Abed wants me to watch an Inception video, so we're gonna watch his video, guys.
And I got a rant about this.
Is the volume good? Is our volume everything is good, guys?
Meta that existed last year, and EA really enables people to do this garbage all the time, okay, with their absolutely garbage mechanics in these certain areas of the pitch. Before I get started, okay, I do want to say that I still think, okay, like core mechanics wise in certain areas of the pitch, like I mentioned in the first gameplay video, right, in certain areas of the pitch have been improved this year, okay, but FIFA every single year is garbage because of inconsistent gameplay. I say this all the time to you guys, okay? You can tell what the core mechanics are, but inconsistent gameplay will make it garbage. Now, inconsistent gameplay aside, I want to talk about these 3 core mechanics. And mind you, this is going to come off of a loss from dealing with this, because this is not the only time I have either...
Guys, the thing is though, like, he's so passionate. That's what's important. And he knows a lot about the game, so you have to respect that. Very passionate. You can see in the first minute already. We're in for a 27-minute of passion video. Here we go.
Won or lost against it, okay? But I need to talk about it regardless, because it needs to be talked about, because EA have not changed this meta for this year's game, okay, from what it was last year, right? So you guys already know my whole situation with the gameplay game modes and why I hate them so much. Because you forcing competitive on a game like FIFA, where there's one game mode that has quantity amount, and then the other one that has the quote-unquote top tier players in FIFA, when all it actually means is the most rattiest FIFA you'll ever see in your entire life. Okay, that's what it actually means.
Yes, that's true.
You've gotten to a point, right, where your foot champs matchmaking, the mode I hated the most, has the best matchmaking in the game, right? Because you get to avoid the top meta rat people you'll ever see in your entire life, okay? Guys, this is not a results thing. This is an experience thing. This has always been an experience thing when I rant about these things, because I just played this game and it irritated me like crazy, okay? These three core things will continue to make this game garbage if EA enables this behavior. When there's something overpowered, they have to be on top of it like crazy, okay? Okay. The first thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, is inconsistent gameplay. If my players feel horrible in game when it comes to dribbling and movement in general, the other 2 things I'm about to talk about is significantly worse because of that, which you experience most of the times, okay? Guys, this pressure tactic that you guys have in FIFA,
so broken.
EA devs, this pressure tactic that you guys have, this only park the bus, only go for counterattacks, absolute garbage.
It's so bad, chat. It's so bad. I agree.
Gameplay that you allow people to do all the time. This needs to be fixed. Okay, this needs to be fixed. The amount of times that I will face someone this year that does not play the game to play the game is ridiculous, okay? And you know why they don't play the game to play the game? It's because the result is so important to them.
Yeah,
because they know that these mechanics are so overpowered. And I already know, because
Chad, they either like yesterday when I was 19-0, I play a guy with like a 195. He just constant press the whole game. Stamina never runs out. Like there's no impact. There's no weakness for playing like that. That's the problem. Also, half you guys in the chat, you guys just sit in your box on drop back all game because you just want to win. Like it's unbelievable now for 2 years that you could just get away with this BS. It's like getting away with murder. It's, you know, chat, you just shouldn't be able to get away with it. I agree. I really do agree. Okay.
Every single time I make this discussion, right? Every single time I see a streamer dealing with it but not talking about this specific issue, right? It's because they don't want to be that guy that complains. You guys know I couldn't care less, okay? I could not care less. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say.
Inception, you just cry because you just cry.
If it wasn't for someone,
you just cry because you're bad.
In general, complaining about the horrible things in this game,
quote Twitch chat,
significantly worse. Okay, so this pressure tactic situation, this is horrible. EA, people are using it the entire game. And it breaks my attacking AI, right? They don't move properly whatsoever.
Dude, it's so true though.
I switch to come short.
It's so true.
Play possession.
Nah, it's so facts. Tom Kalefi. It's so true.
You know why? Because every single
you can't do anything
on the pitch is marked the entire time, and the other person gets rewarded for it. There's actually no mechanic that happens that screws them over when they use that for a very large majority of the game. I get into positions that I can't even dribble because the gameplay is bad, right? If it feels bad, or if it feels good, then I can maybe deal with it a little bit, right?
No, you still can't deal with it.
Not a lot, a little bit, tiny bits, because it's still overpowered like crazy. I can't dribble, but I can't dribble, and then I can't pass the ball to anyone because everybody's marked.
This is facts.
It doesn't matter who I pass the ball to.
This is facts.
If I make a pass, first of all, his first touch is going to be the touch of the worst touch of life. It could be Lionel Messi, and he'll still do a horrible touch, right? So people are using this mechanic the entire game, right? As pressure tactic.
Nah, someone said in the chat, what is Nick dressed up as? And someone said Nick is dressed up as a full-time streamer. Yo, chat, go ahead and give this guy an L spam, please. What a terrible viewer.
And only parking the bus. You are playing the game to not play the game.
Get that out of here, man.
And in the counterattacks, guys, I play against people that have zero football IQ. You have absolutely zero football IQ because guys, I'm literally using the cursor. The cursor is on top of
listen.
my head.
This is the first thing I disagree with, though, with Inception, okay? Inception, listen, you need to accept that this is not a football game. This is FIFA. It's never going to be a football game. That's the problem. The FIFA is not football. FIFA is like... It's not a football game. This is not like, you want a football game, go play PES. You know, that's why you'll find me in the top 500 because I have football knowledge, right? FIFA's about being a rat. Seriously, FIFA's about being a rat, canceling skill moves, and then getting in a one-on-one situation where you have Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Houston in his prime. That's what FIFA's about. Getting into the middle and getting a one-on-one situation, right? That's not all football is about, but that is what FIFA is about the last 3 years. It's about the isolation. This is the Tom Kalefi isolation area. Tom Kalefi is the game developer. He took over this game in FIFA 20. Before FIFA 20, we never had this situation. Now, it's all the belief that you get a one-on-one in the middle. You work the whole time, go down the line. You whatever you do, you're trying to get a one-on-one in the middle. You're trying to cross up somebody. Yeah, okay, we keep going.
It's on top of my head, and they still make the pass in that direction? EA. Did I not teach you last year that if the cursor's on top of my head, whatever pass he ends up making should, first of all, come off worse. The pass should literally come off worse because the area that I'm marking, he does a through ball right to my player, and I sometimes can still not get the ball. I'm like here, and he still doesn't get the ball. And it's happens, right? Because sometimes in my RTG, I'm like, dude, I don't like that when I'm manually defending this area, I don't get the ball. But if I let my AI do it, he's gonna do it for me.
He has a blue
this
controller?
Defensive AI is overpowered.
It's so OP.
If you use these
get it out of
things,
here,
guys, I'm sorry to tell you. First of all, you are a rat because you are not playing the game to play the game, right? Because there's no attacking build-up. Everybody that uses these mechanics in the game, they never build up an attack. They just force the ball constantly to... And nowadays, hey, the pace has been nerfed for the explosive players, but don't worry, the rats will find another solution. They just use the lengthy players to just do that all the time. Oh, but Inception, why don't you just use more park the bus oriented tactics? Do you understand what you're saying? You want me to be more defensive to deal with a game that's already defensive. No! This defensive AI is so overpowered, man. It's so disgustingly overpowered if you choose to use it, which most people do. If you choose to use it, it's disgustingly overpowered. I can't stand it. When I use it, I feel disgusted in myself. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm using a different formation. Guys, listen. The pro player 4-2-3-1 tactic.
It's so ratty.
In the video, I literally tell you.
It's so ratty.
It's not a tactic that I'm probably going to use in the future. You know why?
That's so ratty.
It's so boring.
I tried out. I'm not even
defensive.
going to call him out. I tried out some 4-2-3-1 pro. It's so dead.
The Boris Legend 4-2-3-1 is still the best. You know why? Because there's actual movement that's authentic from your players, and your CDMs are not on stay back while attacking, cover center, cut past lanes, and just park the bus the whole game. No, it's trying to be back and forth FIFA as much as possible. In order to counter a garbage mechanic, you want me to use another garbage mechanic? No.
Yes.
No. Okay? Guys. Let me tell you something in the top tier divisions of FIFA. Top tier divisions of FIFA, sometimes you come up against a guy, right, that has good football game sense. you can tell, right? Sometimes you come up against a guy that has good football game sense. The way he breaks down your defense, you're like, hey. In this year's game, you notice it more. And I'm like, hey, that was a good goal.
Yeah.
But don't think that you are good at this game if you do the same ISO play goals every single time. Run down the sideline, do a driven pass, shoot the ball one time. No build up, right? Just runs the whole entire time. Even if I have my fullbacks to chase after all the time, even if I'm blocking that general area, sometimes because of that driven pass, there's no defensive animation, even if I'm blocking the general area. Even if I know where you're going to pass the ball to, right? I might as well just let my defensive AI do it. I might as well just let him do it. Because manually doing it is worse. The same ISO plays. Run down the wing, go for a driven pass, take a first-time strike.
Boring.
Park the bus.
It's so boring,
game.
bro. I'm telling you.
Use this pressure tactic that marks every single player. The attacker.
This is why I want to play PES, bro. But I can't because when I play PES, I fucking fall off and no one watches me.
Game. Not for 5 or 10 minutes in game because you want the ball back in the last like 10 minutes of the game. No, the whole game. You know what it is when I play against that? Do you know what actually happens to me?
What?
I don't even want to play against it.
Facts.
When I notice that it's being done, I don't even want to play against it.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as these people skilling the air. Skilling the air. It's one thing if you do it like once in a while. You know, maybe you did it like 4 or 5 times in one game, right? 6 times in one game. I get it, because dribbling this game is not... You can't dribble into space. You have to skill move into space. You know, I get it. FIFA mechanics, right? Oh my god, the amount of people that I faced this year that use that new garbage skill move, the L1, the thing that I hated from when Boris Legend showed the gameplay at the beginning of the year, that one skill move, I'm like, this is garbage. People doing that just to dribble. People getting the ball, and then every single time they get the ball, R1 tap.
Yeah.
But R1 tap.
Okay, I also disagree with Inception here. This is probably the first thing I disagree with. Second thing, I have to use R1 because you can't dribble in this game. Like, you know what I'm saying, chat? Like, I'm not of this belief that you're gonna be some like higher moral ground for playing a certain way that's gonna make you play slower. Like, the reason we hold I don't know any of you guys in the chat that are using R1 dribbling, it's the only way to turn in this game. There's no other way to turn. That's why we use R1, because the only way we can actually feel like we can dribble. So I don't know, man, like that part is like a little, the L1 heal I agree is so stupid, but R1 we have to use because we can't turn otherwise. Like, it's the only way you can turn. I don't know how else to turn. Otherwise, I would just, like, everybody would be clunky. I would hate every player. I feel attacked, but, you know? What are we going to do?
R1 tap. Bro, this kid that I faced, guys. This kid that I faced. Oh, my God. Park the bus. Defensive tactic that marks every single player while the gameplay is bad, right? While the gameplay is bad.
I don't park the bus, so that's not me, chat. I never park the bus.
Opportunities. My player takes forever to settle the ball just to shoot the ball, right? And by the way, there's still this like really this is more of a new thing this year for sure, where you take
I don't change the fight back when I score.
You don't finesse
you
it,
did not watch
your player
this
does
weekend.
a side-footed shot. Like, he uses the side of his foot to shoot the ball. When I want him to do a power strike, I don't have time, EA. I don't have time to settle the ball every time because your defensive AI is so overpowered.
True.
When people choose to play that way.
That's true.
And let's be honest. If you choose to play that way, you're a rat. Okay?
Just say you're a virgin, bro. You're a loser. Don't even say a rat.
This game
because that's not nice. Like, I take pride in being a rat. You know, it takes talent to be a rat. That's if you park the bus, you're just literally a loser. Like, it's not a rat. Rat is like a pride thing. Don't say that, you know? Loser.
Absolutely garbage mechanics. You are garbage. You're a rat.
Garbage. There you go.
Okay?
Trash can. Fruit cake.
This game I played was so annoying. I couldn't play the whole game, guys. I couldn't play the whole game. It doesn't matter what I do. Horrible dribbling. Every single player marked. I passed the ball to the goalie. I'm looking at the radar. I'm like, who am I gonna
feel
pass
this on another, like, this is like a spiritual level. I feel this right now.
Ball to the side areas. Maybe I can
Yesterday, I'm 19-0. I'm killing this guy 3-0. 90 hullet. You guys seen the game. Half of you guys in the chat seen the game. I'm passing the ball to my goalkeeper. I can't even do anything. There's no attacking AI. There's nobody open. There's nothing to do. I've just got to sit here. Honestly, for lack of a better word, just take the, you know what I'm saying, chat. You know, like, you know, I just got to sit there and take it for 60 minutes. It's a joke. It's literally a joke. Like, there's no counter to it. All right.
And then go through for an attack. No, they're all marked anyways. There's gaps, huge circles of space that they don't run into because they're using that tactic. And then what does the community do? What does the community do? Oh, what tactic is it? Oh, what?
Exactly.
How do you do it?
Exactly.
How do you
On
do
Twitter,
it?
#FIFA23. These are the
What, so you could
custom
be a rat
tactics
as
that took
well?
me to 800 skill rating. There you go.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what else? You know what else he used? This is even worse. If you concede first in this game, this is even worse because you just
Terrible.
park the bus immediately. I don't know why you guys play the game. If do you do that every game?
Yes, they
Seriously.
do. They park the bus because they want to win the game. Because they think the win for their ego makes them sleep better at night. That's why they do this, chat. They park the bus every game so they can get more wins. That's it. It's wins.
Do you just park the bus counter every game? Do you just rely on this stupid pressure tactic that marks every single player? Is that what you do every game? Not play the game to play it? Why are you getting rewards? For what? Dude, I see people get red picks. You guys know me, bro. I love using different types of teams, different types of formations. I'm using a 4-3-3 right now from this pro player that's actually really good. But every tactic sucks if someone activates this stupid pressure thing anyways, right? But it's fun. You know, I like to do this stuff, 4-3-3, use different types of players, right? I see people sending me pictures of their red picks, and they get like Lautaro Martinez and Bellingham, and they're like, oh my god, what an L. I seen someone get Correa and they're like, oh my god, what an L. And they're not joking though. They're not like, oh, they're like Inception, they're just joking. No, they're not joking. They're being serious. They're being dead serious. You want to get a full meta team? For what? Why is the results like it's so important to you to play this way for that for what? Competitive for FIFA, I've always told you guys, okay? It will listen to what I'm going to say. This is my opinion. You don't have to necessarily agree with this, okay? But the only time that FIFA was actually interesting to watch from a competitive standpoint,
FIFA 19.
right? Because Park the Bus
FIFA,
was
nah,
not as
FIFA 19 was
prevalent
the
unless
best
you
year.
use a
I swear to
five-back
God.
formation. Do you know what happened, guys? Listen, I'm ranting about this now, okay? But let me tell you guys something from back in the day in FIFA.
Freaking
you know how
tornadoes,
back in the day in FIFA for Ultimate Team,
dunks.
you could see
So
this person's
funny.
team from the preview screen. If a person was using a 5-back formation and you can see it, you would back out of that game immediately. You know why? Because you know that your experience of playing against that kid for the whole game is going to be garbage because it's that same exact playstyle of park the bus counter that in a video game, I don't understand why people are willing to do this so often. You want the win that badly. Don't get me wrong, when you beat these kids, it doesn't even feel good.
No, it feels like
I was going to say it, maybe it feels nice. It doesn't feel good.
feels like
Because you couldn't play the whole game.
exactly.
But maybe you got one lucky opportunity where there was an attacking AI that opened up randomly and you scored, and then you win 1-0. In this game, you're winning by 2 goals. Someone activates pressure tactics. Guys, just drop it. Put your controller on your desk. You're not playing anymore. It's garbage.
It is garbage, chat. How can I play somebody that doesn't even have like pressure
Back in the
drain?
day, we used to
whole game
back out
doing
of the
it.
games. If we saw 5-back, we used to back out. You play that all the top tier FIFA is not people that use football IQ.
No, it's the rattiest
people
players
that play FIFA rat mechanics. Okay, FIFA rat. I watch Nick's. I can't even watch Nick's streams anymore. I can't watch his streams anymore. The goals I'm seeing are complete garbage. I'm sorry. People are not playing this game.
What?
This game just to get results. I don't understand what for. I don't get it, man.
What?
You get all these cool.
All right, is this number 3 that we disagree with? Chat, is this number 3? Or number 4? Listen, I would not do trivelas. And by the way, this weekend I only scored 5 trivelas. If people didn't sit in their box. I don't understand. Like, I understand that he can't watch that. But that's because I'm in the Elite Division and people sit in their box and run around with a CDM all the time. If I could actually pass into the box half the time, I wouldn't have to shoot the long shot. You hear me, man? Come on, bro. Come on, man. No, I admit that I abuse the Trivela mechanic. But if that mechanic gets taken out of this game, I'm going to PES, bro. I'm not playing this game. Because the only way I beat somebody with a 5-back... Listen to me, chat, for real. This is where I completely disagree with him. The only reason I beat somebody with a 5-back yesterday, the only reason I beat that 20 mil team with constant pressure the whole game was because of this mechanic. Because if this mechanic wasn't in the game, I would lose because of the rat tactics that my opponents were playing. This is how to out-rat rats. I'm telling you, chat, they can't get rid of this shit or I'll cry. I will literally cry. Because in these games that are a coin flip, I have no way to win the game. I have to just get lucky. It's a joke, man. Nah, it's a joke. I stand by this. If they get rid of long shots, I'm actually, like, gonna lose my mind. Are you kidding me? How am I getting called out when I'm sleeping, man? What is this shit? What is this shit, man? And what's the problem with being a rat? Like, what's the problem? I'm only being a rat because people are rats. Like, if we could all just be, like, dancing dogs in this world, I would be happy. I would play nice football all the time. Listen, you guys also can't shit on me. Excuse me, I've already showed that I'm a top 500 player on PES. All right, you guys would not even get close to that. All right, because you guys need your cutbacks and your elasticos. I've already showed that I'm a versatile, football player. I will adapt to whatever meta. Okay, thank you guys. All right, PES skill gap clear of any FIFA skill gaps. Thank you, everybody.
Cool players that they release, and you don't use any of them because you got to have your full meta team just to do the same. You're a rat. You're garbage. You're garbage.
I'm not garbage, bro.
Okay? I'm not afraid to say this. You're garbage.
Inception, play me. Let's go. I'm ready. Best of 3. I see you tweeting about your 20-0 on your Twitter, huh? Why don't you do that on stream? Well, every Timmy in the chat is telling you EU is greater than NA. You live in a Mickey Mouse region. You lucky. Let's see you get a 20 on stream with 20 million Timmys the night before Halloween telling you how to play FIFA while they sit in Division 9. All right? That's more of a skill than... Yeah!
And then I knew what was coming too, man. I knew he was gonna send me a message. I knew it. I'm like, watch this kid send me a message because this kid thinks he's so
Wait,
good at this
oh,
game,
he's not calling me garbage.
Right? He thinks he's so good at this game.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I take all that back. I didn't say anything.
Mechanics.
He's not calling me garbage, guys. No. He's calling the player. Okay. Beef.
Guys, I'm not trying to go into a FIFA game and play full meta rat tactics. I don't need to do this, okay? It's not important for me to do. Getting the results is not important. I've already showed you guys that I'm decent enough at FIFA. I went 17-3, 18-2 while reviewing multiple cards and switching my team multiple times and also using different formations for the sake of the YouTube content, right? There's people that have full try hard with their full meta teams that can't even get those results, okay? So I don't need to prove the skill because everyone always brings up skill. I don't need to prove nothing when it comes to skill. This is garbage to play against, okay? You're not playing the game to play it. It's not just for that kid that's doing those exact same mechanics all the time. It's for you too, because you can't play the game anymore. You can't dribble and you can't move.
That's why you need to be able to shoot trivelas. I don't understand how that part I disagree with so much. The same thing is
FIFA rats, okay? This is why I don't like these gameplay.
Bro, Chad, last year, you remember how good the finesse was and then they nerfed it and then what happened? Everybody cried, said this is the worst FIFA ever the whole year because they couldn't score anymore against dropback rats. True or not true? That is complete facts. That is complete facts. I don't want to hear it from anyone, man. When they nerfed the driven pass and the finesse shot in January, it would turn into an absolute RNG dropback simulator. There was no more counter to that bullshit. You go from being like 18-2, 19-1 player, bro, 16-4, roll the dice every weekend. You're going to have 3 games, you don't know what the hell to do. I'm telling you, man. The thing is, what's so important about these long shots is like, if you're playing someone with drop back and you start shooting long shots, they come out and defend you, bro. It's like basketball. That's what's so stupid. How is this a football simulator when we're constantly comparing this shit to basketball? I don't understand, but another basketball comparison. Here we go. Listen, if I'm Steph Curry and I'm playing for the Golden State Warriors and Jaylen Brown is defending me, right? Or the Celtics decide to play in a 2-3 zone. They decide to park the paint, right? And I'm Steph Curry and I hit 3 threes in a row from the logo, bro. Okay? Here's what's going to happen. They're going to have to stop parking it in the paint and come out and defend me. And then what? I have the Steph Curry handles. I'm going right by him because there's now an opening in the box. It's the same thing because FIFA is not a football game. It's a basketball game. It's all about isolations, okay? And making your opponent come out and defend you. So that's why we can't get rid of the long shots. Thank you to everybody who understood that comparison.
FIFA is the game that I have played where people will do this the most. I consider these people on the same scale as someone hacking in Call of Duty. I consider it on the exact same scale. It's the exact, like your weight. It's the
Inception. My KD is higher than yours in COD.
And I know a bunch of people.
You have like a 2. I have like a 3.
Because I make a tactic that like kind of stretches out the park the bus a little bit. People hate it. They're like, oh, this tactic sucks. You know why? Because you're parking the bus and you're going for counterattacks the whole game. That's what you're doing. I know that you're doing it because that's all I'm seeing. That's garbage, man.
How many people watch this video like a prime FIFA rat?
Listen, like I said earlier in the video, court mechanics wise in certain areas of the pitch, I still think that this is one of the best FIFAs we ever played, right? You notice it when someone's not using pressure tactics. You notice it with it. Dude, this is the first year that I actually enjoy using 4-3-3 again. I haven't liked a 4-3-3
yeah,
formation.
4-3-3 is very good this year. I mean,
Since,
basically what I'm
like
playing.
FIFA 14, 15. I'm not even joking. I don't even know if I've made a 4-3-3 video in any of the other FIFA years. I don't think I have.
Honestly, though, who cares how someone plays?
It's nice. It's just not nice
I
because
hear you, but like it's frustrating because like when you play someone who plays like these ratty mechanics like drop back or constant press, it like makes the game unplayable. That's what his argument is, which I do agree with.
It's all early. I see Erling Haaland. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. It's coming. You know, your foot champs matchmaking is literally the best one because I can actually use different formations, different players, different teams, right, to play it. Foot champs matchmaking being your best matchmaking game mode, EA, goes to show you how garbage your gameplay game mode balance is in FIFA in general.
That's just because they're lazy.
You want people to play division rivals, right? They get to the top divisions and they have to play like rats just to guarantee a result. Not play FIFA anymore. Not use different formations. Not use different players. Not use different tactics, right? Just use those 3 ISO play mechanics. Because you guys didn't adjust it.
But chat, wouldn't you argue? Listen, I'm not supporting EA for better pack look. Like I would never do that in my entire life. But like, wouldn't you guys agree that in most other games it is very similar to that? Like think about like when I played some ranked on COD. Like if you're playing like S&D and everything, like yes, it's about skill, but there's also a mix of like rattiness, right? Like imagine you know you're in like a rat. I don't know if you have like plus numbers with COD, like you're gonna get a bomb down and people are just gonna hold angles, like you're gonna play like fucking rats, dude. Like it is strategy at the end of the day. Like it's the same thing. It's not gonna be easy, you know. It's not gonna be like, oh, you can just mess around and play some pure football. Like COD has meta guns. I've watched Apex before, dude. I've watched competitive Apex where literally there's like no gun engagements the whole game because there's teams of 3 just ratting it on the map. Literally just moving to zones. Like, isn't that always the top level, though? Isn't it always about being the rattiest and game? Like, it still doesn't apply because there's still a meta in this game where you can drop back and do these through balls at this top level that's just crazy OP. But, like, you have to rat it in all these top elite divisions. It's not fun, like, all the time. It's not going to be an easy experience. It's like you have to do that. FIFA's still worse, though. I agree. But you have to rat it at that level. It's not like I'm just going to be able to play some other guy with some high SR and like 3-0 and just keep like flying forward and having fun, dude. I've got to start like possessing a little bit. It's just kind of how it is, though. The point of this video is that there's people that think they're a lot better than they are because EA allow you to play dumb mechanics like these counterattack, drop back, constant press. Like I'm getting that point of the video, but the point that was just made is that you can't, like, the Elite Division is stupid because it's full of these people, which I disagree with. I don't think everybody in this division plays that way, but I think I think you could put 20 players who play pure football, right, in the Elite Division, and I still think at the end of the day, if somebody was up a goal or two, like, they would start ratting it because people want to increase their skill rating. People want to get the win, right? Like, that's the point of competitive gaming at the end of the day. I understand there's this, like, thing of, like, the issue is that if you're using constant press and drop back to only get the win, that's just stupid. That's so crazy, like, to me, that you're playing that way, but at the end of the day, people are gonna want to win the game, man. In that like level, right? Like it's not like you're gonna want to lose a game. I don't know. Winning is important in gaming, you know. So I agree, though. Like it's a bit of a weird one, but I wish I was facing someone not playing 4-3-2-1. So you feel like 4-3-2-1 is like really ratty to play? Because like I don't feel that way. Whenever I play someone playing 4-3-2-1, I feel like they're gonna like attack, bro. Because I hate playing 5-back, I hate playing 3-back, I hate playing like 4-2-3-1, I hate 4-2-3-1, bro. 4-2-2 park the bus is broken because what they do in 4-2-2 is they have 2 DMs that they put in the box, they grab a cam, and then they start running around with the cam everywhere.
I told you it was garbage last year.
We gotta keep watching,
those 3 things in as well. Okay?
Bro, there's still 12 minutes left.
I'm not
this
gonna be fully upset with
content.
you because you guys did do a lot of good core mechanic stuff right this year. You did. It's the first year you've done it in like 6+ years, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm being dead serious. But this ISO play garbage nonsense, it needs to be nerfed to the ground, okay? And you need to figure out what you want to do against people that are wasting time. You have to have some sort of like ability that is manual where you're predicting the player really well to be able to get the ball back. You know what's even a better solution? Don't have gameplay game modes where the win is so important because people will do that for the entire game. They'll score 2. Guys, listen.
I disagree. They need to make other game modes, but I disagree because if they don't have game modes that have some importance on winning, then the game is going to be dead. No one's going to want to play. There's not going to be a reason to play. Everybody's just going to sit on the menus because at the end of the day, everybody that plays FIFA is a competitive, no-life player living in their basement that only cares about wins. Like, that's at the end of the day, that's what this community is, bro. So we need the validation. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, we need it, bro. We're all rats, dude.
You guys watch content creators that get like the results on foot champs.
Here we go.
You don't know what they're doing to get these results, guys. Listen, they'll score 3-1, 3-2, right? I've seen the TikToks. Oh, I'm facing this guy, but they're wasting time.
Yes.
To the end, and you can't listen.
Where's my notepad? Dolly. This guy Dolly, bro. He put me on TikTok, bro. 1-1. He drew me, bro.
The fact that you have to sacrifice
this rat, man. L1 he'll deal with him. Boppy the whole pitch, and he drew me in rivals, bro.
Part of the game just
drew me on TikTok. That guy.
Sorry, man. That's garbage,
loser.
Man.
Absolute loser. This guy.
I don't play a game like Overwatch, and I'm like, look at this. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day with the tank meta was horrible. I stopped playing because of that, because that tank meta was absolutely garbage, right? But right now it's like, oh, the team comp is this, team comp is that. Like,
here is the problem. You remove the help against the casual players. These guys, Inception, who are of course amazing players, are going to be even more ahead. EA do not want that. That's true. But the problem is, like, you're actually really right, because basically what EA have created is 3 mechanics that people can play now that can make them way better at the game. I agree with you. So, but I think EA's happy with that. You know what I mean?
Meta mechanic that's like stupid overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Characters can be overpowered, but if you're good enough at the game, you could deal with that. How do you deal with something in FIFA, right, where you can't move? Tell me. If you're playing regular FIFA, guys, you can use target lock. You can use whatever the hell. You can't move. You can't dribble, dude.
It's true. This is the biggest problem in this game with drop back is the constant press the whole game. It's so. Oh, chat, we have ads running.
Okay, you're garbage if you do this.
You change after you got a 20-0.
You send messages because you're a rat. Okay. I hope the guy that's like you could watch the Vasquez video. He's probably gonna figure it out. You're a rat. Okay. Anybody else that does this, you're a rat too. That corner kick mechanic that Harry does, I see that in the game. I already immediately want to leave, and I know he's gonna send a message. Because he's a no-life rat. Thank God we don't create content over here where the result is super important. See, I do foot champs videos, people don't even care about it. So it's just reviews and giving information, you know? I've already proven that I am decent enough to provide the information. That's the only thing that is required. I'm not amazing, I'm not top tier at this game or whatever you want, right? But I don't play like a rat at the very least, okay? And this is a fact, and I'm gonna show you guys, right? Why it's a fact. I need to rant because it irritates me. It was the same thing last year too, right? Where's this tweet to my boy Frank Sauce? This guy, I've known this guy for
Frank Sauce. Oh, he's my chat.
Honestly, I'm gonna say like 7 years. So I'm not gonna lie, like 7+ years.
I can't see the tweet.
Since I've known this kid, right? And then I'm like, oh, thoughts on the out of position promo. And then he's like, solid, really hard to fifth Cancelo on my Portuguese team, though. He said Portugal team, and I was playing a
TV time, bro. You getting TV time?
You can actually go check out the video with his full Portuguese team. And I'm like, figured I just faced you. I'm like, who else would use a Portuguese team? Because everyone just wants to use their full meta rat teams, right? And look, can I just show you what he said about the playstyle that I did it against him? He says, you played the most non-meta fluid football I've played this year. Your defense was all over me. Any tips?
Nah, the dick eating is crazy. Frank Sauce, come on, man.
It's a defensive mechanic that's overpowered. It's actual manual defending, right? In certain areas of the pitch. Okay? You guys know because you guys can see the formation. Those formations are not
I'm
crazy
just kidding,
pressure
kind of. Half joking,
ones,
half joking,
okay?
half joking. I'm half joking.
And I told him it's the Boris 4231. It's such an authentic.
What was the result
right?
of the game? Did he beat
and then
you?
He said, best defender I played this year, man. Keep up the good work. Your Malasia, by the way, is there you go. I'm not twisting words when I say you're a rat if you do these 3 things. Okay, not these. I can't say you do these 3 things because one of those 3 things is out of your control. Bad gameplay. When you ignore it, you're an issue with the community. I'm telling you this right now, right? Because I've seen these kids on Twitter all the time. But it's the 2 other things. I don't even know why you play the game, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't get it. If I did that the entire game, I'd be bored.
The drop back and constant pressure, I totally agree.
Robot?
It's a joke.
I'm not even using brain. I'm not using my brain to like pass there. You know, if I put this type of work rate here, I could do. No. Park the bus counter. Please. I tenho paciência. I don't have patience. That's what it means in Portuguese. Don't have the patience, man. I bet. Never played a game like that in my life. That people will sacrifice general experience for the result that badly. You can't do that for any other game because there's what are you're gonna sacrifice experience in a game like CS:GO? No. You're gonna sacrifice experience for a game like Call of Duty? You can by being a hacker or camping in one building the entire game, which hey,
or getting an armored truck and putting a trophy on it and running over everybody on the whole map, or using every single meta gun that's the most OP gun in history, like the DMR with rapid fire. Like there's very parallel things you can do in Call of Duty to FIFA. Totally, there is metas in that game that people absolutely abuse. How about 4 months in Warzone where every single LMG was better up close and at far with no recoil, with that stupid scope. Same shit as drop back and constant pressure. You're like running around pushing people with a sub and you're getting melted in 2 bullets by an LMG. COD has very similar problems in my opinion. COD, the largest skill gap in COD is about the movement. But how about every single like, when I think of the Elite Division in COD, you know what I think about? Seriously. I think about every player in that game using the rose skin, slide canceling around the map. That's all I think about. That's literally all I think of. That's the same thing as an Elite Division player in COD. Same thing. Same thing. Some of them trash, some of them garbage, but they all think they're the best player of all time. They all think they're Scumpy or Shotzzy. At least COD tries and balances the meta. That's true.
That's a very good example. You want to stay in the tower? You remember, what's that map?
Oh my god, in Verdansk?
Fortune's Keep? You know that tower?
No. Chat. You know the
top?
tower in Verdansk where the people would look over the airport field and just sit up there all game?
Guys in the tower the whole entire game. Go play multiplayer. You're garbage. Go play multiplayer. You're trash. Go.
And they have one teammate watching the elevator.
This is the authentic football. Most teams play this like this in real life, guys. Don't bring up real life football, please. Because I'll destroy you if you bring up real life football, okay?
Chai, it's a good video. You know, in my opinion, like, the title that he put is a little bit more just to bring people into the video, which is what you have to do as a YouTuber. The main 2 problems in this game, which is what he's saying, in my opinion, is the fact that the constant press is broken, right? When somebody puts constant press on, there's 2 issues with it. Number 1, you can't do anything. If you want to watch the prime example, when I was 19-0 yesterday, I couldn't do a thing. Hullet was, I had nobody open. I just had to get lucky. And number 2, when somebody activates constant press, there is no penalty for their player, right? Their stamina drain is like the same as yours. It's a joke. If somebody's using constant press and you're not, their players need to have like 3 times the energy drain that your players have. So in the end of the game, if you survive it, you just destroy them everywhere. That's what it needs to be. And number 2, I agree. I don't know what makes EA so horny with defending, man. Like, these guys at the studios must be, like, huge Atletico Madrid fans. I don't understand, bro, because, like, Burnley, it's just weird, man. Like, it's weird. Why not make a game that's fast and attacking? Like, why does defending with 8 next-gen players in your box, like, turn you on? It's so bizarre. It's honestly bizarre. That's another example of this. And then his third point is really the Trivela, which I have no issue with. I've never had an issue with long shots. I am good at them, but I think it's an important counter to have because it's a way to beat these people. Which he disagrees with is that everyone is out-ratting rats, but I think it's necessary. If you face a rat, you shouldn't have nothing to do, right? So for the example of yesterday, the way I got a 20-0 was I played a guy with a full rat team and full rat mechanics, right? He's got Hullet, Lucio, all these guys. He's constant press the whole game. Okay, how do I beat him? I scored 2 Trivelas because it was the only thing I could do because my players couldn't move. So it gave me a counter that I could go to against a player that was ratting. So I out-ratted the rat. That has to be available, man. I don't agree with that point. It has to be available. Because other than that, what, I got to put my hands up and just say, okay, you're playing a certain tactic, I'm going to lose. That's not fun. All right, guys, good video. I like it. I always like watching Inception's videos. I think the number one thing even if you like or you don't like this guy, the number one thing you can't disagree with is that he brings the passion to the job every single day. And that's what's very important. You always have to respect that about another content creator. Someone that actually gives a crap and doesn't just show up for the check every day. Somebody that really cares and invests about the game. Do we like the check and the money? Oh, hell yeah, we love the money. We love the money. But do we care? Yes, we care and we have passion. And that's what's very, very important. So I can always respect Deception because he always has the passion.